Well, Merry Christmas to everybody. I wish I'd been able to put out something this week, but like quite literally every day this week, up until today, I've been very busy, unfortunately. On Sunday, had to help a relative. On Monday, had to help a friend. On Tuesday, had to help a friend. Pretty much this entire week has been helping friends and then dealing with car problems. I don't know what's wrong with that old PT Cruiser of mine, but because of that, I'm hunting for another job. I got to get employed better and start making some more money so I can get the car fixed up. I don't know what's wrong with it, but what can I say? Finding a job is a little more important right now. So, some quick updates on some things. Yes, I have seen on Twitter seeming like Styx was having some kind of crazy meltdown. I don't know what's going on. Nobody else knows what's going on. And I'm not really interested in finding out. Alex Jones is back. Yay. I posted a video about that. And Elon Musk, I've been watching him on Twitter a little bit. He seems to be relaxed. There was always a bit of a troll quality to some of his posts. Now all of his posts seem serious and businesslike, with a few notations of something that he might find a little funny, but it's kind of like he's not too deeply serious about things at the moment. It's kind of like, I'm having a good time, but I'm not going to get emotionally involved. I'm guessing with everything that happened over the last week and a half, he's kind of like, he just wants to take a break. I don't mind it. I mean, life is not easy. Things are rough. I mean, when Alex Jones is getting excited, and Elon Musk is like, I don't know what to do. Boy, we're starting to have some problems here, and you're sitting here going, oh man, I didn't know it was getting this bad, but it is getting this bad. And the way I'm looking at things right now, I'm really saying to myself that, something just feels like something is going on. Oh, also, before I go any further, apparently, according to Twitter, Kaya Rychik, aka Liz of TikTok, Florida's set to execute its first child rapist. Okay. There's a part of me that's like, man, that's a bit extreme there. Aren't we kind of just like jumping in? Also, Norman Lear, TV legend, dies at 101. A man, 69, accused of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl at a Minnesota nudist club. Oh boy. I actually got 2 stories on that, but they're so old now, I'm not sure I want to talk about them. An Alabama mayor, pastor dies by suicide while being involuntarily outed as a trans woman. Wow. I read this article. The guy was out in public somewhere, and somebody managed to capture a few photos of him and then posted online, oh look, our pastor and mayor is a transgender. And then he killed himself. That's sad. I'm not going to sit here and blame the person who snapped the pictures and posted it online. You take your chances whenever you do a certain thing, and that's just life. Now, part of me kind of says, you shouldn't have outed the guy. Just leave him alone. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He wasn't touching kids or anything, and I know I'm not exactly pro-trans, but I don't know. It seems messy and ugly. Also, let's see here. A British boy who was missing for 6 years has recently been found, today even, around 12:39 Eastern Standard Time. Sorry. The boy disappeared 6 years ago. His name is Alex Batty, apparently his mother and his granddad took him on a holiday somewhere in Spain in 2017, and then he just disappeared off the map. Now he was found, age 17, was found in Haute Garonne near the city of Toulouse. A spokesman for regional authorities told CNN. British police say they do not have details on where Batty spent the past 6 years, but Fabien Assadini, this must be somewhere in France, a French motorist who rescued Batty from the side of the road, he was just walking up and down the side of the road, I guess, said the boy had been living in France for the past 2 years in a spiritual community. The kid was in a cult. Assadini said Batty told him he was kidnapped by his mother in 2017 before spending 3 years in Spain and 2 years in France. He told me he was kidnapped by his mother 5 years ago in Morocco. After that, he was in Spain, and that he had been living in France for the past 2 years in a spiritual community. So that's about it. The rest of the story is they're kind of like, well, we don't know, and we're not telling much of anything else. That's what the police are saying right now, and I kind of don't blame them because, what can I say? It's just something that a lot of people are kind of like, we don't want to talk about it too much. I guess the British police or whoever, the French police, were just kind of like, Another quick bit of news. An NYU student who tore down posters of Israeli hostages says she was suspended and lost her scholarship and was denied campus housing until fall 2024. Being the fact that I'm a little on the pro-Israel side, I'm kind of like, well, you get what you effing deserve. Okay, let's see what else we got here, because I'm just going through these quick stories. Alleged UNLV shooter published personal attacks on website days before shooting. Okay, so this guy hosted his political website, hosted his theories on various mysteries and puzzles, including one that claimed he had solved the Zodiac Killer case on December 2nd, 4 days for the UNLV shooting. Okay, so this guy basically is just a local nut. It's too bad what happened. People are just getting crazy out here in the world. Quick update. Giuliani must pay $148 million for defaming Georgia election workers. And they're not going to see a dime of that money. They definitely are not going to see a dime of that money. Sony drops Mayim Bialik as Jeopardy host for 2024. Okay, let's look at that real quick. Matthew Perry died from acute effects of ketamine, report says. Just going over some things. Mayim Bialik won't return as Jeopardy host. Jeez, you guys can't see it, but her chin. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Alex Trebek is the only one who can do Jeopardy. I didn't know that she was even doing this. I don't watch Jeopardy. It's a good show, but I just don't watch it. Good game show, I don't just watch it. So, she was there for 2 years. All right. Oh, now I recognize this young lady. Now I recognize her. Wasn't she, she looked like that girl that used to play Blossom. Let's look this up right quick while we're here. Let's look this up. Mayim. Yeah. Yep. It says it right here. From 1991 to now, she played the title character of the NBC sitcom Blossom. I remember watching Blossom as a kid. Thought Blossom herself was pretty cute. And from 2010 to 2019, she played Amy Farrah Fowler. Isn't that the one? Yeah, the one who... Man, I did not recognize her as Amy at all. I did not recognize her as Amy at all. Holy cow. Okay, well, damn, makeup and hair can really do a lot. Because I remember watching some of the Big Banging clips on YouTube. It's like, who is this chick? Amazing. All right, folks, that's a quick update. I'm going to try to post another couple of videos tonight if there's anything to talk about. If not, maybe on Saturday. There's always some news. But I didn't want people thinking that I'm just giving up and not doing anything. It's just that, yeah, I'm busy as hell in my personal life. And I don't mind helping out my friends. I will say this much. I don't mind helping out my friends. I got one friend, he's an older guy. He's basically slowly going blind, and the only help is going to be cataract surgery, so I'm taking him to doctor's appointments. His mother also has dementia. My cousin Happy, she just needs help on occasion. She's in her 80s. What I'm really glad of is that my parents are really supportive of this, even though I'm struggling financially and stuff. They are really, really supportive. Especially with my friend Carl. His mother is suffering from dementia right now, and the decline is slowly getting worse. I was telling my dad about it the other day because Carl was telling me the worst thing about it right now is sundown syndrome. And I had heard of sundown syndrome decades ago with my own grandmother because she died of Alzheimer's. And I just kind of heard of it. I was like, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? And Carl had explained it to me. And it always kind of hurt when my grandmother died. It really did. She was a strong and wonderful woman, my dad's mother. And when I was telling my dad about it yesterday, he would tell me, I would go and see your grandmother, my mother, and whenever the sun would go down, as soon as it would get dark in the house, she'd start turning on lights, but she'd forget almost everyone. And she would look at me and ask me, who are you? I'm her son. And she couldn't remember me after the sun went down. And me and him both sitting there trying not to cry. I knew very little of what my dad went through. He was one of the main ones that went down and took care of my grandmother back then. And I see myself right now, and another thing my dad said, he says, keep helping your cousin Happy and your friend Carl. That will prepare you one day for what's going to happen with us. So I've been given my blessings to do this. I already felt that this was some little bit of God-given duty I have. But hearing my dad say that, it makes me realize I've got something I need to be doing. Making these videos is great, and I will continue to make them. But when Carl or Happy needs me, yeah, I'm going to go. I do the same thing for my parents. And I would hope if I was in a bad situation, Happy and Carl could do the same thing for me. All right, folks, that was a little depressing, but hopefully maybe another video tonight, maybe not. We'll see. But everybody take care and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.